Welcome, Game Gramae. I'm Tom, and today we're playing Pokemon Sun in Japanese, so get ready to make some notes. Just some notes or reminders before you watch the episode. You can always check the transcript in advance to see if you can translate it, and then check back with this video and see how our translations match up. Also, in the comments, or on Twitter, or on Facebook, or on email, or anything like that, never be afraid to ask questions about what's going on in the videos, Japanese stuff, tips, advice, all that good thing. All the good things. Don't be afraid. And if you like the video, please leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more. That's always pretty cool. We love having people checking out our videos. So, without further ado, let's begin. We just got the... I forgot about that. If you're not seeing what I'm seeing, I'm looking at the bottom left of my screen, and it's a TM. And I know what TM it is because it's in the transcript, but I forgot about it a second time. We'll go there and you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, Tom. And I'm like, yeah. Anyways, ポケモンを育てるということは、まずは勝負が一番だな。So, 育てる is just like to raise, So, ポケモンを育てる is to raise Pokemon, right? Kind of, it's different than training. It's like you would with a kid. ということは. So the thing that is called raising Pokemon, raising Pokemon. まずは, the first thing is, まずは, 勝負が一番だな. So 一番 is just like number one, So if a 勝負, if battles are 一番, that means they're like the most important thing, They're the first priority. And of course, he's going to battle us after that. Alright. ポケモンブリーダーのトールが勝負を仕掛けてきた。We already have a person in the chat. Hey, Mary. Alright. P2 はどうする? Is this... Oh, wait. This is a great matchup. 目覚めるパワー。抜群だ。毒の粉。当たらなかった。効果は抜群だ。パラスは倒れた。Alright. 糸丸。糸丸が繰り出そうとしている。糸丸 is... So, 糸 is, thread, right? So, 糸丸 is... Oh, no, I should have gone to the Pokemon Center. I did not think of this through. Okay. Ito's thread, right? So, 糸丸 is gonna be Spinnerack. Ito. Check it. And maru just means, like, circle. I'm not sure if it's what that's exactly referring to, but it is, it's got a nice little round body there. He's a cute little guy. Hey, Rockin' X is in the chat. 学習装置でそれぞれ. Ooh. 新しくバトンタッチを覚えたい。バトンタッチの代わりに他の技を忘れさせますか? バトンタッチ. I think this is Baton Pass. 控えのポケモンと入れ替わる。能力変化. Yeah. So, just by that. Okay, so, Hikae is like backup or reserve, so the Pokemon in the back. Ooh. No memorandum. I don't like that definition for it. Look it up on G-Show. But Hikae no Pokemon to irekawaru. So, we've seen irekaeru a bunch where it's like to send something else out and replace it, So it's irekaeru. And irekawaru is just the, it's the intransitive version. Because you're not o irekaeruing something, it's just this is occurring. And then Noryoku. So Noryoku is like kind of a strengths abilities, and then Hinka, which is just changes, right? Hinka. So changes in your abilities. は変わったポケモンがそのまま受け継ぐ。So, this is そのまま just in the same way with the 変わった Pokemon, with the Pokemon that came out, 受け継ぐ, which is going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be like, we give it to it, you know? To inherit, to succeed. There you go. We're not gonna bother though. So that's Baton Pass. Baton Tachi. 忘れさせない. Car is asking if I can't wait for Car to get done making their sandwich before I start streaming. Nah, I can't. Your sandwich, it's gonna be a mess. ポケモンが負けてもトレーナーが育てばいいよな. So, 負ける is, you know, to lose. So, ポケモンが負ける is like, for the Pokemon to lose. 負けても is like, even if the Pokemon lost. トレーナーが育てばいいよな. So, this is like, if it raises a trainer, you know, 育てる to raise. トレーナーが育てば, if it raises a trainer, いいよな. Like, it's okay, you know? What doesn't grow the Pokemon grows the trainer. He's given someone else a chance to grow. ポケモンを育てるということは、トレーナーも育つということな. So, this is just a great, you know, transitive, intransitive verb pair. を育てる, like you are raising something, in this case it's Pokemon. But 育つ is just like, it's the intransitive form. So it's like, トレーナーは育つ, like it is, you know, you're being raised. And you don't necessarily have someone raising you, just like the simple act of raising Pokemon is going to help raise you. この先を行けば. So, 行けば, if you go. この先. So, 先 is like, it's kind of like just ahead. So, この先を行けば, like if you go just ahead. ポケモンセンターがあるよ. So, there's a Pokemon Center there. その先は試練の場所、せせらぎの丘だからね. So, その先. So, you know, we have our kono, like right here, and then sono is like over there, right? So, she's saying just beyond here is the Pokemon Center, and just beyond there, just beyond the Pokemon Center, 試練の場所, the place of the trial, せせらぎの丘だからね. So, she's just being explanatory, and here we're going to get this TM. Yoshi fan asks if it can be answered verbally. What can be answered verbally? Oh, you mean the questions? I try to answer the questions verbally, but sometimes I don't read them or I get distracted. If there's a question you'd really like me to directly answer you, one, usually in the chat we've got Rockin' X, Arhenis, or Tavi in the chat, and they are editors / they help me do scripts and stuff on the series. I know I seem like the voice of it, but they do just as much work as I do behind the scenes. So, you know, if they're in the chat and they're answering your questions, I would consider it just as good, if not better, than me answering the questions. Yoshi fan's asking how long I've been studying Japanese. Oh my goodness, how long have I been studying Japanese? Whew, 09. It wasn't 09. I think I started in the summer of 2011 or 2012, but a couple of those years in between were like quote-unquote self-study years. The thing with self-study is you can get a lot done with self-study. Like, you can learn a lot, but it depends on whether you're actually putting in work or not. And I know some of my self-study years were not productive years. Like, I didn't actually learn that much, and in fact, I probably forgot some things that I once knew. Like, I used to actually be decent-ish at Kegel, and I'm just now recently getting back to where I was, but I'm still not as good as what I used to be. So, you know, it's, if you don't use it, you lose it, you know? It's very true for languages in Japanese. So, you know, if self-study is great, if you're dedicated and if you're making sure you're actually studying. If you just say, oh, I'm studying Japanese, but you don't actually do too much, you're not going to get very far. And maybe that's what works for you. Like, everyone goes at their own pace. So I'm not judging people for not going as fast or as the same pace that I am, because that's not how it works. But, you know, consider what you want out of it. And, like, you have to identify what your goal is, and you need to make steps to get there. And you can't afford to lie to yourself and say that less than what you need to do is sufficient, is my kind of thing. Like, I have some friends who are like, yeah, I'm studying Japanese. I just learned the katakana. And I'm like, you've been studying for over a year now. Like, come on. Like, you're not really applying yourself in this case. Yeah, my native language is English, as someone asked. Oh, cool. Yoshi-fan is Norwegian. I had an exchange student from Norway when I was in high school. She lived with us. She lives in Kristiansand. Well, now she lives in Oslo, but, you know. Anyways, トムは技マシンチャージビームを見つけた. So, charge beam is obviously a way better electric type move than what I had. I wish I had this for the water trial. Oh well. Oh well. I should probably go back to the Pokemon Center. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright. Good night, Yoshi-fan. Karakiri. I kind of want to catch it, but I don't know if I'd actually use a grass type. I don't know. Totally missed that move. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm not catching it. I thought Washibone would have something to use against it that would, like, get it down to the red, but it's just Tsubasa Deitsu. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I guess this is chance 2. Charge beam. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Ooh, Maku no shita. Makaseta, Maku no shita. Oh, there we go. Hirunde waza ga dasenai. It can't pull out a move. Oh, I hope it doesn't. Okay, good. Here we go. So they put all these cool grass Pokemon in the grass before the water trial, so you can use, you know, type advantages. But we didn't do that. Karakiri o tsukumaeta zo. Data ga atta rashiku. Oh, look how tough it looks. It's super cute. Aww. Okay, so Hiruma wa hikari o abite nemuri. So the first bit here is Hiruma is just like in the afternoon, you know, daytime, during the day. Hikari, a light. Hikari o abite. So abiru is like to shower, but you can hikari o abite, which is like to bathe in the light. You know, you're sunbathing. Abite nemuri, it sleeps. And this especially makes sense because it's a grass type Pokemon. It's got to photosynthesize, guys. Yoru ni naru to. So when it becomes the evening, yoru is like nighttime. So yoru ni naru to, like if it becomes the evening, or rather when it becomes the evening, because it's going to become the evening or nighttime eventually, yori anzen na nedo, that is nedoko? Nedoko? Yeah, bed. Anzen na nedoko o sagashi aruki dasu. So, sagashi is to search, right? And aruki, aruku is to walk, and then dasu is like it goes out. So, it goes out to find a safe bed at night. That's cute. I like it. Tsuyosa miru. I think it's... Oh. Ganbariya. Oh, that's so cute. It works hard. Renzoku giri. Renzoku is like sequential, and giri is like cut, right? So it's Fury Cutter, I bet. Konoha. Konoha is, I think that was leafage in English. The ha is like leaf. Yeah. Konoha, foliage. Happa kata, that's leaf cutter. Happa is leaf. Seicho. I have no clue what seicho is. Is that like screech? Oh no, that's not going to be screech. It used in battle. This is a growth. Seicho. Karata ga ikki ni, so all at once. Okiku seicho sasete. There we go. It's right there. Seicho. Seicho sasete. So it makes itself get really big all in one move. Kogeki to tokuko o ageru. So and then it raises its attack and special attack. Cool. Cool. Let's use it for a bit. That's fun. Oh, wait, I just sent it to the box. Well, I was going to go to the Pokemon Center anyways, because I need to heal. Oh my goodness. So many random encounters. Yoteri. P2 should probably be switched out. Kawarawari. Tsubaranai hitomi. Oh, that's so creepy. Fairy type stuff is so creepy. Alright. Got some Keikinchi. Let's get the berries while we're just wasting time anyways. Ki no mi o te ni ireta. Mada mada ki no mi ga aru. Chigo no mi. Ki no mi. I forget what all these do. Alright. Since we're shifting around some Pokemon anyways, let's see. I don't want Odoridori. Nope. Iwanko is here. Let's get you revived. Look at my super quick healing moves. Let's swap Aburi out for Karakiri for a little bit. That'll be fun, right? We'll see how that goes. I should probably keep Karakiri in the back until it levels up a little bit though, because that's no good. Iwanko can lead the way. Iwanko's got it. Iwanko. Alright, so Sweden told us to go south, but down to the other town. Because there are the Usoki here. Uso. Yeah, that's right. Okashina ki wa osoi kakatte kozu royal dome ni mukatte ita. So osoi kakatte kozu. So that's osou, which is like to attack, right? Kanji's right there. And then kakaru, which that's like kind of like hanging up. So it's like osoi kakaru is just like to attack. Ooh, 998. Kakaru. Like to rush on to a taxi. So osoi kakatte, and then that's kozu, so that's it's like to come, like when you have your kuru, one of the weird ways it conjugates is with this like koi kind of thing, like konai, do not come. But kozu is like the without doing it. So like without even attacking it, the okashiki wa, the strange trees, royal dome ni mukatte ita. So mukau is like to face technically, like, but it can also be to go towards. So mukatte ita, like they went towards the royal dome. 水の Z パワーを思い出したのか？嘘っきー走り出したね。So, 水の Z パワーを it's like the water type Z power, they did something, 思い出した. They remembered it, 思い出す. And 思い出したのか? So it's like, oh, maybe they did that. 嘘っきー走り出したね. So 走る is to run, and then 出す yet again is like, it's like to come out. So it's like they just sped off. Because they remembered the Mizu type Z power, the water type Z power. Thank you. 通れるようになった。お礼にこれをあげるよ。So 通れる、通る is like to be able to, or to go through. So 通れる is to be able to go through. ようになった just means like it became able to do that kind of thing. So 通れるようになった。お礼にSo that is a gift for being able to go through. これをあげるよ. He's gonna give us this thing. What is this thing? 神秘の雫. So 神秘 is just like mysterious, right? And a shizuku. What is a shizuku? I think it's like a water droplet. Yeah, drip of water. And I think the English name for this is like mystic water. 嘘っきたち、ロイヤルドームで鍛えるのかな? So, when you have the kana, it's like, I wonder if they're gonna do 鍛える training, where the Royal Dome de, in the Royal Dome. 嘘っきたち, both of them. 知ってる? Do you know it? ロイヤルドームではバトルロイヤルができるんだぜ. Like, you are able to do battle royales at the Royal Dome. Cool. Useful knowledge. Look, it's the straight street. いい傷薬を見つけた. Always useful to have that. Yeah, I'm not gonna battle that little kid today. ムイーン I don't know. そこのポケモントレーナー、ちっと手を貸してくれぬか? So, this is our question mark lady talking to us, and she's like, Soko no Pokemon Torena. Soko is referring to us, like Soko is just like over there, the Pokemon trainer that's over there. Chito is like just a little bit, and Teo Kaste, Kasu is like to lend, so Teo Kaste is like to lend a hand, literally, Teo Kaste kurenu. That's like we talked about how the news are kind of like negative forms. This is a little more colloquial. So, kurenai, like, teokashite kurenai would be like, won't you lend me a hand? This case, it's like, it's the same thing. It's just kurenu ka? Like, are you going to lend me a hand? Kochi ja, over here, like this way. Ah, look, it's our favorite knuckleheads. Yo, 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 ketsumu na yo. So, this is the same, mukau. We can tell by the kanji. We saw it earlier, right? But it's mukeru. See, so like mukeru, like to face, to turn towards. But what are they pointing this time? A ketsu. Ketsu just means butt, because she turned around to talk to us. Well, they wanted her to talk to them. Oh, don't turn your butt at us. That's basically, Ketsu muken na yo. Te you. Mere mere no Pokemon trainer じゃないっすか? So, you literally means you here. He's like, hey, you. Mere mere no Pokemon trainer. You're the Pokemon trainer from Mere mere. じゃないっすか? So it's, not literal. じゃない. It's the like, hey, ain't you that Pokemon trainer from Mere mere Island? こやつらポケモン泥棒だが、お主知り合いなのか? So, Dorobo, we've seen this before, I feel, it just means thief. Dorobo. And koyatsura. So, a yatsu is like a dude, right? And yatsura, that makes it more than one dude, because we got two dudes here. And ko just is like this dude, right? So ko yatsura, these dudes. Pokemon dorobo da ga. That's like the ga at the end is kind of it's similar to Kittle. You're like, huh? What? But? So she's like, these guys are Pokemon thieves, but Onushi, she's being polite to us. It's not like, it's the same Nushi as Nushi Pokemon. It's like, master. Like, it's a polite way to refer to a person. Shiriai nanoka? So shiriai is like acquaintance. So like, you know these Pokemon thieves, kind of? These guys are Pokemon thieves. You know them? Aboiteru. I remember them. Aboitenai. I don't remember them. Guess what we're going with. Soria nai daro. So, it's soria is just like sore wa nai. Like, that is not the case. Sore, that. Nai is not. Soria nai daro. Warawa wa hapu. Hapu. So, warawa is just like, it's a more humble and feminine way of saying I, like instead of watashi or atashi even. This dictionary uses this kanji for it, but I've even seen in some situations, like I think Jisho lists it with just the normal watashi kanji. But then what they'd probably do if it's like a book or a game is they'd have the kanji, but then they'd put like warawa over it, just because they like giving different characters different personal pronouns. Warawa wa hapu. So she's hapu. Tokai wa sugoi no. So Tokai is just like city, Tokai. It's where the city people meet. Tokai wa sugoi no. Like, the city sure is amazing. Pokemon dorobo ga doudou to machi o urotsuite oru to wa. So doudou to is it's like confidently, kind of like swaggerly, dodo. The kanji is just like it's this one or this one. The kanji is just like a hall or like a public space kind of thing. So it's kind of, the idea is it's not too like out of the ordinary, but it's magnificent, grand, impressive. I like that. No, but the word I'd go for here is like confidently or brazenly. So dodo to urotsuite. So urotsuku, this is urotsuku becomes urotsuite when you turn it into the te form. And then oru is just instead of iru. So it's like they are doing urotsuku. What is urotsuku? Well, it's like they're loitering or they're just being butts, kind of. Butts is my very generous personal interpretation. They're loitering. They're just being hooligans. To loiter, to prowl. I like that one. So urotsuite oru, machi o urotsuite oru means they are doing it about the town. To wa. So you like to be able to do that kind of thing. So it's like the to makes it a quote. So she's talking about this action where Pokemon thieves just so brazenly walk around town. What a city. Sonata hitori makaseru zo. So Fumu is just her being like humph. And sonata is not a sonata. It's not a sonata. She's saying you. It's kind of like anata, but sonata, And then hitori, one person, makaseru. You hear this all the time. We talked about it. Makaseru, like to leave it up to someone, to rely on someone, kind of. We see it in battles when we switch out a Pokemon. It's like makasete, or makase, in anime you hear it all the time. It's she's leaving one of them up to me. Hitori makaseru. Dorobo janee yo. Business janee ka? So this is a great example of how janee or janai can be used both literally and figuratively, because he's saying we are not thieves. Dorobo janee yo, like we are not thieves. Business janee ka? Like, it's just business, right? Like, not a big deal. Like, isn't it just business, kind of? Business janee ka? Marcus is pointing out that dorobo means the kanji are a mud rod in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. They're just sticks in the mud. Mere mere me. メレメレメ。sorry. メレメレで、しくじって、あからに飛ばされて、so, this is a しくじる、しくじる. Yeah, I think. I'm gonna have to double check this one for myself. しくじる. But it's something that happened on mere mere, yeah, to fail. So it's like, we failed on Mere Mere Island when they were trying to interrupt our first trial. Akara ni tobasarete. So, tobu is like to fly, and, you know, like, it's a little bit, tobu. To fly, to leap, you know. They had to fly, they had to go jump off somewhere else. Akara ni, so they flew to Akara. Tobasarete means it's like, this is our, this is our causative. It's like when we were made to flee to here, like, we failed and you made us flee and run away over to Akara. And, makeremon desu ka? So, this is a very interesting point. I'm gonna yammer on about this one a little bit. So makeru means to lose, right? And, usually when we see mono desu, it's like they're saying, like, it's like that. But he's not saying, it's like we're losing. Like, he's not gonna say, it's like we're gonna lose. He's not doing that to himself. He's not psyching himself out. He's psyching himself up. Because when you have mono or mon desu ka, it's making a question where you're suggesting that the opposite is true, or you're, like, very determined not to do it. I'm pretty sure the dictionary actually mentions it. But funny thing about it, mon desu ka? Oh, it's not here. It's in Jisho. It's in a couple other dictionaries I checked too. I'm sorry. The funny thing about mon desu ka, though, is dictionaries list it as the feminine form, and the masculine form is just monoka or monka, just dropping the des. So we've got our Team Skull Grunts using the feminine form mono desu ka, just so that they can retain their skull pun, where normally with the thugs, you'd expect the girls to start taking on boyish speech patterns, you know, so they're a little more rough and gruff instead of polite. But you gotta get your desukas in there. Like, come on. What's the point of being in a gang if you can't use your gang puns? There is no point. My point is there's no point if you can't use gang puns. Sleep. I think, yeah, he did fight us with this one before. And I'm pretty sure Iwanko knows Kamitsuku, right? That's an Aku-type no move, no waza. Kamitsuku. Kamitsuku kougeki. Oh, check it out. Batsugun da. Kanashibari? Kanashibari? What is that? Oh. I think it's was that disable? Kanashi. So kanashi, I always think of, like, sadness, you know, like kanashi, but I don't think that was it. Kanashi bari? I don't know. Binding hand and foot. Kanashi bari. A temporary feeling of paralysis. Huh. That's interesting. So I think that was effectively disable. We still got Iwa Otoshi though. We're good. Yeah, Rockin says that kanashi bari is disable. Oh, sorry, I totally didn't finish my mono desu ka thing. Yeah, so he was saying makere mono desu ka, and it's like, there's no way we're about to lose. I started that, but then I didn't finish it. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Rockin, for reminding me to finish that. I got so hung up on the, like, boy-girl differences, which I just think are interesting. And yet again, just because a dictionary lists it as a masculine or a feminine thing doesn't mean that girls will never use it or guys will never use it. Like, it's just a general trend. Sukkarakanda wa. Although the wa at the end of his sentence is a little feminine too, so maybe they're playing out the joke a little more. I don't know. Sukkarakan is like, you mostly use it to be like, I'm broke, like I don't have any money, but really it's just saying, like, I've got nothing. So it's like, oh, I'm done for. I got nothing. I'm out. ippai shippai. So shippai are like losses, right? Like shippai. And ippai is like a lot. So he's like, oh, we got so many failures. Ippai shippai. Namida suppai janai desu ka? So namida is tears. And suppai is like sour. So like tears are sour, ain't they? Namida suppai janai desu ka? Like, ain't tears just so sour? At first, when I wrote this down, I was like, oh, did I make a mistake? Because you'd think he'd be saying like a shoppai, which is salty. Shoppai. But no, he said suppai. And actually, Tavi, I mentioned her earlier, she's one of our great editors. She found this great all in Japanese blog post where they were they were taking teardrops collected during people's different emotional states and analyzing their flavors, and people who were in like frustrating situations, like kuyashi toki, their tears were actually more sour. So namida suppai is correct, I guess. I'll if people want me to, I can post the link to the article. Rockin is mentioning people from Kansai, even men, use wa, so there we go. Not just a female thing. Sorry about that. I don't know anything about Kansai Ben, everybody. I'm so sorry. Banbadoro koyatsura o fumu no ka? So fumu is just like to step on. So, ooh. Having some window trouble. Sorry. Fumu, to step on. So, koyatsura o fumu no ka is like, would you step on these guys, banbadoro? Which is, I'm guessing that's the big horse and not the little balloon. Just a heads up. Yoshi, yare. Ato de kichinto arau da na. So, yosh is like, all right, yare, like, do it. All right, just do it. Ato de, afterwards, kichinto arau. So, kichinto is, you want your kitchen to be perfect and precise, right? That's how I want my kitchen to be. Sorry, that's a bad trans-language pun. But it's precisely, accurately. And arau is just to wash. Like, bathrooms or restrooms are gote arai, or ote arai, I'm sorry. Hand washing rooms, arau, to wash something. So she's like, I'll wash you up totally good after you step on them, because you'll be covered in their gunk and their dirtiness. Oreda nigeru su ka? Sayonara tsugeru su ka? So, nigeru, is to run away. So, like, are we gonna run away? Are we gonna say goodbye, kind of? Tsugeru is, not really to say, it's more like to announce, I guess. Tsugeru, to inform, yeah. Like, are we gonna run away? We're gonna have to say goodbye? Mo ichido itte oku zo. So, mo ichido is like once more, itte oku. This is our, teoku is like to do in advance, so he's saying it in preparation for a future time. Dorobo ga suka suka itteru no kyoku ni nokoru tame dakara na. So, suka suka itteru is like, that's somewhat like someone is saying suka suka all the time. Dorobo ga, so it's a thief who is saying suka suka all the time. No kyoku ni nokoru tame ni. So kyoku is like memory, right? Kyoku. And kyoku ni nokoru. So it's like to leave behind a memory. Nokoru is to leave behind. So kyoku ni nokoru tame. Tame is for the sake of. So it's like for the sake of leaving behind a memory of thieves that are saying suka suka all the time. Dakara, like because of that. So he's telling us one more time. Hontou ni oboete okeyo. Oboete okeyo. So, hontou ni is like truly, truly. Like, oboete, okay? Like, this is command form. So, earlier it was like teoku, like I'm gonna do it. But for you, it's a command form. Teoke. Oboeru. To remember. To memorize, you could even say. Remember it. Please. They don't like being forgotten. Hora, kaereru ka? So she's not talking about Team Skull right here. She's looking at the Drifloon, Fuan. He had a cute cute Japanese name, but I can't remember right now. So, kaereru ka, like, hora kaereru ka. So, kaeru is to go home. Kaereru is to be able to go home. So she's like, are you able to go home now? Fuan. Peace out. How does it move? I don't get it. How does it propulse itself? Oh, 自分で, sorry. I almost said 自分で踊って, like, to dance. No. 自分で戻っていくよかったの. So, 戻る is like to go back, you know, to send back. So, 自分で is like on your own. 自分で戻って is like, you know, go back on your own. 戻く. Not 戻く, 戻る. What am I doing? My goodness. 戻っていく. You know, よかった. So when you end something with よかった, you know, it was good. It's like, thank goodness it was able to go back, like, it was able to go back on its own. Like, you know, how good was that? そなたのおかげじゃ. So, we've seen this in Leaf Green. I'm not sure if we've seen it in this game yet, where they use ja instead of da to say, like, affirmative things. So it's like a very gruff, more assertive desu. So, okage, when you say okage desu, that's like thanks to you. It's literally like shadow, your backing assistance. This is the kanji I think you see most often. I'm not sure though. Sonata no okage ja is saying like it is thanks to you. It is your shadow. It is your assistance that made this possible implicitly. 名前は何というのだ? So what is your name? You know, 何というのだ? Like what do you call yourself? Your name is, what do you say? トムか、良い名前じゃな. So, you know, instead of いい名前, it's 良い名前. You can use both, sure, why not? Like, that's where yoku comes from, by the way, if you haven't figured that out yet. 良い. It's just good. 良い名前じゃな. それになんと言っても、心根の良い心根の良い戦い方じゃ. So, this, それになんと言っても, so it's, what, how to translate this? It's like, it's kind of like a, whatever I say, like, 心根 is like, kind of from the bottom of my heart, の良い戦い方, you know, so, 心根. I just think it's a funny one. Like the kanji are literally like heart and root. So, 心根の良い戦い方. 戦い方 is like a way of battling, right? So it is a good way of battling that is like 心根の. You know, it is of the feelings in nature. Like it has this kind of like heartfelt quality to it, I guess you could say. And the なんと言っても is like, I'm still not sure how I'm going to translate that in English. Let's see what the dictionary has for me, everybody. That's always a good one. Oh, they don't have it. Disho might have it. But she's just kind of being like, you know, you've got, I don't know how to say it, but you've got such a great, like, heartfelt way of battling. Wara wa mo mokuteki no tame. So, wara wa mo, like, myself as well. Mokuteki no tame. She's literally saying, like, for the sake of my goal. Mokuteki is like a goal. It's like your, right? It's a goal. It's a purpose. And tame is like for the sake of, right? So it's for the sake of my goal. Achikochi shimameguri o shite oru. So achikochi is like here and there, all about, all over the place. Shimameguri o shite oru. So she is, you know, she's shimameguruing. That's what she's doing. She's going on her island tour here and there for the sake of her goal. またどこかで会おうぞ. So どこか, you know, どこで is like where is it? どこかで is somewhere. Like またどこかで会おう. So 会う becomes 会おう, like to meet becomes let's meet. 会う. So また会うis like let's meet again, and you just add the どこかで is just like somewhere, you know? Like so let's meet again somewhere. 助けてくれたお礼もしたいなしな. So 助けて, you know, we've seen this a bunch of times. It's like to first, you know, 助ける, to save someone. 助ける. So 助けてくれた is like for helping me out, for saving me. Ore. We saw ore earlier. The little youngster gave it to us after we made the Usoki piece out. And ore is just like a thank you gift, kind of, expression of gratitude. So a thank you, expression of gratitude for helping me out. Mo shitai. She also wants to do that. So she wants to see us, but she also wants to show her things. She doesn't have something right now, but when we see her again, she will. Shitai shi na. And the she gives like a explanation, a reason. Rockin's saying that Hapu speaks like kind of like a royal woman, maybe old-fashioned, like Boa Hancock from One Piece, if you are into One Piece. そうだ、トム。バトルロイヤルをしてみるといいぞ。So, してみる is like to try out, right? So, バトルロイヤルをしてみる is like to try out the battle royale. といい so when you have the とい it's like if you do this, it's good, like you should do this. So she's saying, right, Tom, そうだ、トム。You should try out, or you should like check out the battle royales. You should try out the battle royales. そなたの強さなら So, with your strength, tsuyoi, strong becomes tsuyosa, strength. Nara, if you have, like, I always say it's like an if, but it's a little more general than that, or a little different than that. Like, you can't say in English, if it's your strength, like, that's not the case. It's like she's saying, given your strength, or like, you're strong enough, and therefore, daijoubu to, this to is a quote, so daijoubu is like, it's alright. Big husband. Daijoubu. So, 強さなら大丈夫とバンドロも言っておるでな。So, did I say banbadoro? I don't know what I said. Banbadoro mo. So, even banbadoro 言っておるでな is saying it, you to say 言っておる, he is saying it. So he's saying, if with your strength, you'll be just fine. Even Banbadoro is saying it. Cool. And she pieces out. All right, so we could go to the Royal Dome. Let's see this Pokemon. There's 2 trainers. I wanted to fight one of them, and I was not sure how much time I'd have left after the Team Skull guys, but we've got some time, so let's do it. I like this one. He's got a... he's funny. Okay. Ore, breeder. I'm a breeder. Like, ore wa breeder desu. But, ore breeder. Pokemon 育てて増やす. So, we saw 育てる earlier, right? To raise. So, Pokemon 育てて. So, he raises Pokemon. And then, 増やす is like to increase. But it is it's our transitive one. You o fuyasu something, so he's Pokemon o fuyasu, like he is increasing Pokemon, like so he raises them and then he breeds them, he makes more of them. That's what a breeder does. The trials of life. Link is asking, itteoru is the same as itteiru. Yes. After the te form, a lot of times, it's more colloquial, not strict, like not standard Japanese. You're not going to hear it on the news or anything like that. But you can replace iru with oru, and it's just fine. It's it's even the same kanji as iru. Usoki. Oh, he has one. Cool. Iwanko's not in a great matchup here, though. You know who's got a great matchup here? Our new friend, Karikiri. Let's do it. Idekaeru. Modore. Yuke Karikiri. Yeah, Rockin describes it as old man's Iru, which is not untrue. Oh, that did so much damage. This was a bad idea. Karakiri. Which one's stronger? I think Happakata is. Okay, so the Iryoku is 55. Oh, and Kyusho ni atari yasui. So Kyusho ni atatta, we see that a lot of the time. That's it hit the vital spot, the tender spot. It's a critical hit. So Kyusho ni atari yasui, ataru becomes atari yasui too. It is easy to do this. So we can easily get critical hits. Whoopsies. 40 Iryoku. 弱いよ. Let's try it. Cross our fingers. Happakata. Oh, that's not gonna go. Oh no. Oh! Saved. Okay. Rock type. Maku no shita. Let's do it. Makaseta! Wait. Okay, let's play this smart, because Usoki clearly has crazy defense. So we're gonna Neko Damashi, just for a little bit of extra damage. Kyusho ni adatta. Hirunde waza ga dasenai. So it's surprised and can't pull its moves out. Alright, Zeddo power. Let's do it. Zenryoku no Zeddo waza. Zenryoku Musou Gekiretsuken. Just look at all those fists. Look at all of them. It's crazy. I was really worried that it wasn't gonna knock Usoki out. Usoki wa taoreta. Whew. Look at all that keikenchi. Yes. Level 20 24に上がった。Check it. カリキリ。Yes. レベル15に上がった。P2 もレベル23に上がった。俺ブリーダー。I'm a breeder. 負けてごめんつ。So, 負ける becomes 負けて. It's to lose is a comment. I lost. Sorry. ごめん. The su at the end is just it's kind of a stereotypical male speech pattern. Oh wait, no, I knew it was level 24. Why am I acting surprised? I knew it. Sometimes you're in one thought and then you get sidecard kind of. Sorry. The su. It's just a stereotypical male way of saying instead of desu at the end of your sentence, you just say su. おめでとう、幕の下は張り手山に進化した。張り手山のデータが新しくポケモン図鑑に登録されます。Oh, Matthew Trueblood, I suddenly understand Usoki's name. Yeah. Usoki's a great name. Bingo! 同じページのポケモンが全部埋まったろ。So, 同じ is the same. ページ is page. So, 同じページのポケモン is the Pokemon of the same page. 全部 all of them 埋まった. So, it's not to be born, which I thought at first. I was like, 埋まった? Huh? No, umaru is to be buried. So it's but it's not just to be buried. It's it's also clearly, as you can see here, to be filled in, to overflow. You're just buried in work, kind of, All right. So, Hariteyama was kind of interesting. I checked this one out in advance because I wanted to read it because I think it's a cool Pokemon. I like Hariteyama a lot. So it's a Kairiki. I almost said Kairyoku. It's Kairiki. So Kairiki, also the name of a Pokemon. I think it's Machamp. I think. It's superhuman strength. So, Kairiki de. So with superhuman strength, shirareru ga. So, Kairiki de shirareru ga. And this is I checked it out in advance and I can't remember it. Oh no. It's like a toshi oiru. Toshi oiru. The oiru is like to age, to grow. Yeah. Toshi oiru to. So so it's like, even though it like comes to know like its superhuman strength as it grows older, like if it grows older, toshi oiru to tatakau koto o yame. So yameru is to quit, tatakau koto, like the things of battling, o yame, like it quits battling. But maku no shita ni, and this is keiko o tsukeru you ni naru no da. So keiko is like training, right? Keiko, practice, training, study. So maku no shita ni keiko o tsukeru, like it tsukeru, like it's like, nickname o tsukeru, like it's attaching it literally, but in this case it's just like it trains maku no shita. It attaches its studies to it attaches its practice and training to maku no shita. It trains maku no shita yo ni naru. Like the yo ni naru is just kind of more general, like this becomes its tendency, you could say. Like it starts doing that instead to reach that point. To come to be that is the other one it lists. So even with its superhuman strength, it stops battling as it grows older and starts teaching maku no shita. What great... I love it. Pokemon's so good. We're having a couple people in the chat being like, oh, I get Usoki's name. I don't think I've said it, and I'm not going to say it. Figure it out for yourself. And with that, I know there's a secret item over here. And this is going to be the last thing we do. After I found out about the last TM that I missed, I looked up a bunch because I was like, I don't want to miss TMs again. This one is a negoto. So you might be thinking, as I initially thought as well, I make so many mistakes. It's great. I was like, ne, like sleeping, right? Neru. Neru. Good. I was on a good start. That's a good start. Neru. And koto, like to sleep. I was like, oh, is this like rest? Like the rest move? No. Negoto. When you have the koto, it's like the same koto as kotoba, right? Which is like vocabulary or words or language. Kotoba. So see that? It's the speaking kanji. So negoto instead is like talking in your sleep. So it's the sleep talk waza machine. So we found the sleep talk machine. Not that we have any Pokemon that sleep, but it's good to have. And that is going to be it. Because, whoa. I'll finish this battle. But that's going to be it. It is 5 o'clock, and I've got places to be. Thank you all for coming by. I had so much fun. I always love it. Even when I'm making mistakes, it's just a great time for me. If I made mistakes, or if I didn't explain something to the point where you understood it, please let me know. In the comments, you can tweet at us. You can contact us on Facebook. You can email at us. All the good stuff. If you like the video, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff. I'm live streaming at least twice a week over the summer, both Pokemon and Animal Crossing. I've got transcripts. I think I forgot to post the transcript in the description of this video. I will do that later tonight. But on GameGrammar.com, we have transcripts for this and every single other episode of the Pokemon live stream. Great resource for making vocabulary flashcards, just for practicing your translation in general, just for practicing reading, give it a go. As always, please don't be afraid to ask questions in the comments. And if you want to financially support us, you can throw a buck or two at us over at patreon.com/gamegrammar. I really appreciate it. It helps us afford things like web hosting for the transcripts and new computer parts so that my computer can handle running live streams, which... last year it would not have been able to do that, but because of Patreon money, I was able to buy new computer parts to help me do that. Things like that. So every dollar, honestly, really, really does help. Thank you all so much. I'm having a great time. Let's see. I don't think anyone else is going to evolve. Nah, we good. Okay. I'm just going to save right here. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. See you later. Mata ne.